Today we're going to answer a question that I get all the time, and that is about waders and the waders I use and the waders I have used, and if I recommend the waders that I have used in the past. So we're talking Rogers waders. Now I've been wearing Rogers waders for, I don't know, probably 4 years now, 5 years, a long time. And so today we're going to be comparing two types of Rogers waders, the Toughman insulated breathable waders and the Elite insulated breathable waders. Now there's some differences. One of them is cost, and then there's a lot of different feature differences. So I'm going to give you guys a lowdown and let you know kind of what I think is a better wader in my personal experiences, and give you guys a better idea of what you would be getting if you go and purchase these. So hang tight, this will be a fun one. All right, we're going to start this off here with the Toughman insulated breathable waders. I've got the Rogers website pulled up here. They're priced at $250. They got brown mossy oak bottomland habitat, max 5, and Realtree timber. And here is what we've got. The main features I want to touch on that I'm gonna just need the website for is it's got a 120 gram zip out liner, 1600 gram boots. Now these ones are 1200. They've upgraded those since I purchased these waders. Working from our top down, we've got shoulder straps, and they secure with kind of like a keyhole style clasp. So if you guys see that, boom, slides in, comes up. Most of the time I never even unhook the straps on my waders. I just pull them over my shoulder and leave them hooked up. I really like that the waders have a side cinch up at the top, so you can cinch them up and get them tight along your body when you're wearing your waders. You don't want that heat escaping. Along with that, it's got a little bungee here at the top. You can cinch that down and tighten the top of the waders some more. Little cell phone pouch on the inside. I never use it, but it's there if you need it. Keeps your phone right there in your chest where you can easily access it in a water resistant pouch. And then on the front here, you've got a water resistant zippered pocket. It's fleece lined. It's great for storing your snacks and such. So we've got that. And then we've also got a hand warmer pocket on the outside of these waders, which once again, it's great for holding stuff and for putting your hands in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shell loops on the front and a wader belt. So these waders are pretty basic. There's not a lot of doodads and gizmos. It's got a reinforced seat right here, abrasion resistant, and then on the knees as well, it's got some abrasion resistant stuff going on. And then we got the boots. So I don't know if they have really updated the sizing on these, but I normally wear like a 10, 10 and a half to 11, and these are size 10 and they fit me really well. So these ran pretty big. I don't know if they've solved that issue. I believe that they have. So refer to the Rogers website sizing guide if you need more info on that. But there is the rundown on those waders. They've got a zip out liner. I don't have the liner in them right now because it's been hot, but it's super easy to zip it in and out. It's got a zipper at the top and then a zipper in each of the legs by the boot. Now moving on here to the Elites. They're both made out of the same material. Now if you guys are looking for neoprene versus breathable, I believe I've done a video on that in the past, but it's a no-brainer. Breathable waders are better. So the Elites, these are last year's, so they don't have quite the newest features, but I can tell you guys what the new features are. It's got a G-hook style strap. So if you guys see this here, to hook your waders, you just put it through that hole and it stays. And then once again on the sides, there is a side cinch, there's a wader belt, and on the inside there is a cell phone pouch again. So those are the similarities there, but on the inside of the Elite waders, there's a fleece lined hand warmer pouch. So if you want to stick your hands in there, little hot hands in there, and you're nice and toasty warm. Oh, looky there, I got some old spent hot hands living in the waders from last season. But both waders do have D-ring clips. This year the G-hooks are metal, so that's convenient. I really like the G-hook system. It doesn't come undone, and like I said, I never mess with the buckles and undo them. They're stretchy. They'll just slide right off when you need them to slide off. But the strap placement's great. On the front here, you got a little flap with a water resistant zippered pouch. Once again, great for holding things. You got shell loops on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 right there. Wader belt, reinforced seat, reinforced knee. And now the biggest difference between these waders here is the boots. And a couple other things that I need to refer to the website for. But these are 1,200 gram Thinsulate lined boots. And these have got to be the most comfortable wader boots I have ever used. So all of the design on this is fantastic. 3.5 millimeter neoprene lined with some fleece lining. Like it says 1,200 gram Thinsulate, but it's like the equivalent or better than a 1,600 gram boot. So I really love it. My feet never get super hot and they never get super cold. So this is a great boot for what I like to have in a wader. Plus they're really comfortable. I would compare wearing these boots to like wearing a pair of lacrosse rubber boots. So they're comfy and they break in great. So let me pull up the website real quick and do a little bit of a comparison between those. The Toughman 2-in-1's $250, and it's got a 120 gram zip out liner. The biggest difference between the Toughman and the Elite waders is the boots and the insulation. The Elites have an 80 gram PrimaLoft insulation. It is toasty warm. Now the other Toughmans had 120 gram insulation, so it's not PrimaLoft. PrimaLoft is like the stuff that they put in Sitka clothing, and Final Approach has that in their clothing. It is like the gold standard best insulation for any kind of clothing. So the Elites have 80 grams of that. I was never cold last year. I would wear my Rogers wader pants under my waders, a pair of wool socks, and we're rolling all the way through season up until it's like, I was never cold in my waders. So, I mean, it gets cold here. And that's one of my favorite things about the Elite waders is the PrimaLoft insulation and the boots. So the boots have a 3.5 millimeter fleece line, 1,200 gram Thinsulate neoprene boot with ripstop technology. So the top side of these boots, it goes breathable material, rubber, neoprene here where it kind of articulates around your ankle, and then down to rubber once again. This part right here has ripstop in it. So if you puncture, start to rip it, it will not rip super bad. Other than that, they've got basically the same features. So the difference between Toughmans and Elites, boots and insulation. Now, if you're a guy who goes out and it's not super hot or not super cold all the time, and you only go maybe a handful of times a year, I'd say get the Toughman waders. But if you're a true grinder and you're going out every weekend, whether it's 60 degrees or it's negative 20 degrees, I'd say get the Elite waders. So the big difference is how comfortable the boots are. The Elites are definitely way more comfortable. The insulation value in the Elites is way better. So it comes down to, if you are a person who's going to be hunting a lot and walking a lot in your waders, I would say the Elites are better. So that is my take on it. What was the price on the Elites? I don't think I told you guys the price. The price was $349. So there's a bit of a difference in price, about $100, but I'd say the $100 is worth it, especially with how warm the waders are and how comfortable they are. But that is just my personal experience with them. I wore the Toughmans all season. They were great. I wore the Elites all season last year. They were fantastic. So you can't go wrong either way, but those little tiny differences between these two can make a big difference if you're hunting a really cold environment or taking really long walks. So that is it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys like to use. Do you use the Toughmans? Do you use the Elites? Or do you use another brand of wader? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.